Okay, so I'm in a huge euro-dollar position here. I know people think it's in a downtrend, but I think those days are over. And I got the 4-hour chart here, and this is supposed to be a sell in a kind of convergence RSI. More overbought, price is lower. In that case, you're supposed to take the lowest close within those two pieces. And this you project your target off of. This low. So you're supposed to go to here. So sometimes when you see a signal, so-called setup, you say, well, wait a minute, this one looks suspicious, although this one was pure genius, right? This is more overbought, price is slightly lower. But also you've got the time structure. You're closing right at the 100-yard line. I mean the 50-yard line. 4-hour chart. It's either 1 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, or 5 p.m. So markets roll over. 4-hour chart. Gets very bombastic. Here's the anything under a 5-period signal is very intense. Here's a 2-period reversal. It's 5-period RSI I'm using. Another 2-period stinger. Right. This you have to watch it every 4 hours. When this is more oversold and the price is higher, and you see it going into low volatility, you're getting in. Now I know people are selling that because they're saying, oh, well, RSI doesn't work because I sold here. I know. That's why the people that sold there and they're not getting the reaction they want, they're like, I think we're going to get out of the trade. And the combination of those people and the combination of the people that see, well, it's more oversold, price is higher, which means this is a dramatic pullback in momentum, but not a dramatic pullback in price. This is a momentum index of price, so it goes smashing down, but it happens too quickly. So it's the quickness of the move that causes the signal. Fast up. Not a reversal here, but it's coming back to the structure. Right, so that's just an obvious structure trade, and then there's still a lot of cleaning to do down here, and we didn't really take this out. So I bought this whole. And the other thing is that the original trade that I did on this account, had I just held it, if you go to the Swiss franc, which this guy, I knew that it was a good trade when that one guy said, oh, well, and of course, don't forget, I was down $7,000 at this point. Right now, I think I'd be about up 14,000, right? Had I held through, because this presupposes I moved my targets up. And what was the cause and effect here? Gotta zoom this in. I'm trying new layouts, so I can't find anything. 1 week down, shaved candle into, what is this? Support. Wow. Could trading be any simpler? So, you know, the no-nonsense crime is that he doesn't know how simple trading really is. He's so sophisticated. And then he's talking about, well, palladium's a good market to trade because it's trending. Well, thanks for the range trading signals. Thanks for letting me know not to trend trade that. How late can you be to these games? How late are you coming to the game, man? You're drinking your light beer as the ball hits you in the nuts. So, a little late to the game, aren't you, buddy? Although the dollar could still keep going up. Maybe the Swiss franc sucks. Look at that thing. Dollar Swiss. Now at this point I bought, so how do you end up 7,000 underwater? And if you held that, it went into this hole. People say, I don't get this vacuum thing. Explain the vacuum to me again. Well, it's, okay, this is a 2-week hole. Fill it. And then we come back, and a lot of people got out here, so I got out there at fair value. But look at this thing go all the way to here. Look at the daily. How are you still out looking for indicators? Why are you out looking for indicators? What the fuck's the matter with you? And then, so No Nonsense says, you put moving averages on your indicators, and then they really yeah, just put a trend line on RSI, okay? RSI is an indicator. Just leave it alone. Put a trend line on that. You know why trend lines are good? Because they're hard. They're a hard fucking thing. They're not soft. Oh yeah, it's moving average. I mean, because I'm using the 8-period moving average with a linear regression, and it's kind of like bobbing around a lot. Really? Yeah, I can't get a good reading on it. I think the news is fucking it up. We don't trade the Eurodollar here at No Nonsense. It's very manipulated. Whoa, okay. I know it's not indicator ready. Indicators. I know, I got it. It's just like a fashion. This is a fashion thing. Bragging about your indicators. Okay, look at this thing though. Look at the daily Swiss. This is when the guy was saying to me, yeah, I can't believe you just... So, I can't believe you're buying into this thing. Look at it. It went like one tick lower here. So then I get out here, because this is going to go... This is going to take forever here. And I go into the euro at that point. But look at that. Takes out this rooftop in this window. Comes back. That's the target. The target is the bear stop, okay? Well, no, 2% of my account. That's the stop. 2% of your account. That's hysterical. It's like, it's like listen to a 5-year-old. Mrs. Brown, they don't even say who they... Not my teacher. Well, Mrs. Smith says. Who's Mrs. Smith? You don't know anything about Fibonacci. Look at this thing on the 4-hour. Just sneaking away. So, yeah, he could have joined this on the 4-hour. Here's a nice entry for RSI. If anybody knows how to read it. Oh, this is the 13-period RSI. Shit. More was sold. Slightly higher price. Top becomes a bottom. Let's not forget we're stabbing into this window. Pull back. See, if this is a 5-period RSI, we'd have like this would be more of a sold. We see an entry here. So if I take the settings and make it into that, let me make it a 5. So 13 is a little bit too lazy, and it's too slow. And not enough signals for me. I kind of want to get in. And this is, I don't even know what the fuck. This is got to be set to like 0 here. Otherwise, I'm going to fuck up the scale here. Make it hard. So if you don't set that hard, what happens is the computer starts to frame it. If you set it hard, it lets you really see all the way to 0, even if you're not there. So yeah, on the RSI, you really didn't see any signal there. Not really. So only on the 4 hour can you really trade it. So yeah, we didn't quite get it here either. But see, I would take that trade. That's why I don't use RSI. I'm just showing it for people that want to see how like divergence fails, like divergence. Okay. Well, guess what? It keeps going up. I'm getting divergence, but what's going on here? Jesus, they're killing me. This would have been on a 3 period. This would have been like an entry. But see, it's just an entry because, and then it pulled back and then wicked out. And you got top become a bottom, and then here's kind of a buy. But this is where it could go terribly wrong because it is starting to running out of gas against that. And if this gets to here, maybe they're going to go up together. That's why I either trade one or the other. I can't trade both. Okay, so this is definitely a time to buy at the market right now. I think this is totally going to fail. It's two. The only ones I would trust is 2 to 5 period reversals. And if you look at the, so you can't just follow these. I guess you have to little bit of a look at the larger structure. You don't see any kind of sell here. A little bit maybe. Some guy had this forex search, and this guy came up in recent analysis of the market. So his first thing was, yeah, I think here, let's get in here. He actually set a precise price down here. Then he says it's going to come to here for some reason, and then it's going to go down like this. And I thought, no way. That's never going to happen with this now. The euro's popped a cork. It's going up. It's going to make some serious moves. Look at this move. It's going up. So we got a top bottom here. And that's pretty severe. Also, the same thing's going to happen, it looks like, here to the reversals. They're going to fail now. And this thing's going to the moon this year. Into the election, I think maybe the dollar's going to freak out. Looks like gold's consolidating for a move up. I'm trying to stretch this out. It's really slow. A lot of tickets in there, so try to get this account to $30,000 by the end of the week. So look at this. 1 week hard up shaved candle. Nearly the same pattern on the Swiss on the weekly. Right, same thing. Down hard, right? Shaved candle, down hard into this little stop hunt. So in that regard, yes, it's a mirror image between the euro and the Swiss. And a hard flip back and forth between them. The stampede here was huge, right? And we could see the stampede coming here. We all knew there was floors to be taken out, basements to be cleared out there. And they sure did. And, if you're going to put a trend line, a channel on your RSI, you're buying that channel. Trading the channel doesn't exist in price because it's removed by 5 periods here. So this price channel, or this RSI channel, but see, here are the cells that did turn out. There's a reversal, and the target's supposed to be here, doesn't make it, then you get a triple. That target doesn't. That target almost makes it. This is the failure. This one. This is your trend line. Breaks, crosses over. This is also divergence, so you get reversal and a divergence. Not quite a divergence here, though. No, I'm sorry. Divergence causes reversal. Another reversal. Another divergence here. And this is supposed to be this big sell, right? This is where the bottom, more oversold, higher price. More overbought, lower price. This would be the place bears are supposed to come in, but and of course euro's up. Maybe this comes back to here. So if you run a mirror image of them, they don't really mirror out, but they're kind of making that same run. One's getting there kind of fast, and because this retracement here, this complete zigzag, we're all the way back to the same price we're on the euro. In the euro stance, we're not back to the same price. Well, we're back to this pivot, whereas this is just retesting a high right now. But it's strange in that 1 week they made that opposite move. Of course, the Brexit thing goes on in this drama, so I'm buying this on pullbacks very lightly, barely noticeable to the account, because I'm in so big. Like, I'm in $2.5 million of euro right now, so buying about 30K of the pound here. I almost said porn, but 30K of porn. This is what I'm doing here. So, as an example of basket tickets here, like here is 4 hours coming in with 3K, pretty tame, like barely even noticeable, because all the euro has to do is go past the 100-yard line tonight. We're trapped under it. I'm going to pull this RSI up here. Okay, so okay, let's just good old price now. Yeah, so RSI is fun, but let's just trade this thing and make some fucking money. I can pretty much see where I think there's going to be divergence. Like this could probably be divergence down here of some type. Or guess what? It's just kind of like going lower and just keep whipping lower. So I'm always buying these things. So I really concentrate on my trade plan. I could use RSI, but I just, I can pretty much see it, I think. Also, I don't want to look for that for confirmation. Like this is the top becoming a bottom, and here. And we knew this was the place to cash out, right? So I'm heavy into the weekend. The last few minutes of Friday, I bought very severely, and we retrace. There was the cash out. I got out of about $1,000 of margin there, not even $700. Then I put buy limits back in for 8 hours, and I get a little bit more, and then I just put more buy limits in. And we're just waiting to get paid now. I'm not going to change my targets on this account, which is why this account is doing pretty good, because I'm up 20 grand at the moment. But I haven't been able to get past the $30,000 mark because I got to be heavily loaded. And I knew that this was the place to get heavily loaded. Also, I don't need to look at, I don't need to, this, if this was some type of double top, and if I find the lowest close in there, it's perfect measured move here. That moves over. That's a grandiose move. It's over. That represents like 1 week down or 1 day down. Big severe down. So I always buy big when it's down. Buy very wide stops. So down, down, buy, and I bought into it here. I came in with limits, and when it was down on Friday, I just loaded up. And last night, or today, there was only a 20 pip bounce available to that. About 25. It went above the round number. But now, forget about it. I don't need RSI to know this is more oversold at a higher price than this last launching point. And this is very oversold at a higher price than even here. So I'm just using the concept of more overbought at a lower price. So without any RSI usage, I can just go, oh, look, it's very overbought and it's at a lower price than this. So this is such a fast recovery compared to this recovery. I know there's got to be, this is a reversal. Very fast up, right? But here, once again, it's getting a little late. Who's selling down here? Right? Who's selling down there? You're late to the party. There's just barely anything left. I want the time. I want the prices in here, so. Gotta wait. Oh no, I'm in the wrong mode here. I just assumed it was bogging down again. Getting punished by my. I have to bring this up a tad in the background here. Can't really see the tickets here. Okay, so that's my entry. My stops are below. Quite a, and then I got some really big, juicy winners here. I'm looking for us to hit 112 and something above the high of last. Okay, so here tonight on the 4 hour, let me turn on the prices. Okay, now it is slow. There you go. We got to get above the round number. 2 pips below, and I would buy at the market, but I'm in so heavy I'll be cashing out of about, I should make about $5,000 tonight. And then I really don't care if we ever take out, but it looks destined. Here's the 4 hour chart. Okay, so we gotta reject this floor. That was the high probability scalp. And here's the moment of truth. Are the sellers going to come back and tank it? Come after this, come after that, come into my buy zone down here. Right, so I'm going to rebuy down there, obviously. Right. I always hope it's obvious, but some people think, hey, look, it's in a downtrend. But I don't know how long you think these channels are going to go on for. You could obviously draw the bearish down channel here and start taking trades, but this is such a steep move here. Once you start to go like this and then you just throttle into this thing and ricochet off this doji, this had to mean something. This was the launching station, just like this had to mean something. That's why a lot of buyers came in here, but that just did not hold, right? Bottom becomes the top. Not so much. There will be sellers here. We could get out. I am getting out on some stuff there. And we can start to engulf, start to go after this, start to go after that. I think that most people that just want to get out and be done are going to get out there, and you could put some sells in there. I feel awkward to me. I'd rather just cash out and then come in with limits. Actually, you don't ever have to. You could be a buyer the rest of your life, because if you know when to get out, right? This is a high probability buy, get out. High probability buy, get out. Come in with limits. See, capture that. Come in with limits. So you don't necessarily have to. If you know that this is a bottom, how would you know it's a bottom? Even when the market's here, this is still a bottom, right? In time. This is still support. Don't forget, this is the place everybody launched their dreams on, relaunched their dreams on, and then they're like, uh-oh, not so much. Now, the trend line has broken for these people. They try to build a channel here. They're like, oh, that's not going to happen. The next trend line of challenge is going to be this one. So a lot of people will probably get out here. Be more precise. So closing price is very precise. I mean, this, you can't get more precise. It closes at 5 p.m. There's 6 bars a day. Or pubs. So here, draw this. You're looking to go challenge that line. And what we can make it there by? Well, maybe by here. We'll give it something like this. And yes, there will be sellers up there. Will they be able to hold it back? So will we see a fight there, and then people will go, look, it broke the trend line. Sure, the trend line was enforced till you came back to here, right? This is where everybody that sells here is going to get out. Anybody that sells above here is going to wish that it comes all the way back to here. They get out and they go, oh, I love that range trading. That was so good. Then the trend traders would pick it up. You know, if we hit that, come back, blah, 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 and we start to bang up again, all sorts of things could happen. Or it waffles down here and it does tank out. It does go after this and takes out all my orders. But now we're sitting 2 pips below the round. Take this out. We take this out. Cash out into that. By the U.S. market open, by London open, we're crashing to here. Cash out. Right, so I'm gonna let it go. We get this count to about another $4,000 tonight on this trade. I remember some guys said, should we really be trading on a Monday? Should we wait till the news comes out and we do develop the news? Besides, don't you know there's news coming out on this currency? I don't know if I really want to get in this. I don't think it would matter, man. Anybody that knows anything about the market, this is, anybody that cares. Of course, don't forget the bankers manipulated it down to this because they knew that this was a price that was important because it only spent a whole day there. That's a whole day. That's like a day. It's at least 6 bars. Look at this thing with a little stop hunt. That was a killer trade. And here's your bottom become a top. Bottom become a top. People are like, oh my God, it's going to go down. We'll take a detour. A lot of detours. So here we go. It's London open. We're looking for another. Now we're trying to make 50 pips. So there was a triangle here. Breakout. Just trying to make 20 pips, 25 pips. So 2 standard lots, $500. It's getting very, very quiet. Kind of sneak across the border here. This is Sunday. So Asian session just shows up here as a very small move, right? This is Asia. Right, so there's Sunday. Big wackadoodle move. And this is going to be Asia. I wish we had a little bar for each day. Some vertical. We could just go to the 1 hour chart. That's the only fix I can think of here. So just go to the 1 hour chart and zoom out. So we got a beautiful channel here. Touching the trend line on the hourly, and we're just walking up trying to get above this into this giant thing. So they filled this vacuum and right to religiously to the closing price there. Bottom becomes a top right on the hourly, which is a lot easier. Here's a reversal on our side, I'm sure. More bought. See this big sell off, but doesn't quite take out the low. Big sell-off doesn't take out the low. Now, look at this clean move. This is like 9 hours straight down on Friday. This is 1 o'clock in the morning Then just straight down. And everybody's cashing out when we go back to here, and they actually overshoot a little bit. And why so many sellers? I don't know if you can see this little top of the hour there, but that was really the tag and bag scalpers window. High probability trade for them. They overshoot the runway again. And now we're going to step across the 100-yard line, and we're going to run the ball all the way to here. And sellers will probably come in there. Big time sellers up there, which would be me. And then as soon as we make it up there, anytime along the way, you can always run, like say we make it to here, then I put the buy limits in. They come back, they fill me. It comes to here, I trail more buy limits. So I could actually add to this position on limits. So I already dropped some buy limits here that last 8 hours. So there is this possibility that we could come back here and fill that. Right, so what's possible? And I guess you just kind of look at the chart and go, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's going down right now. It did go down, and of course, here is the more oversold. See how hard that move is? Higher price than this, and a top become a bottom. So big sell-offs, big run-ups, big sell-offs, big run-up in 1 hour. 1 hour. That's got to tell you something. That's a CNN move, right? And they're pulling out of the airports. So look at it, just about to crush this. There will be sellers above that wick. That is the high of yesterday. This is it. So here's the floor, and this is the big pivot at the round. Big pivot around. Here's the triangle breakout. So here's the high probability Asian breakout. Come in, slam down. Close out Friday, Asia last night. Little dead cat bounce. Time to buy in pullbacks. Load the wagon. Anticipate the take out of that. Run to there. Get the fuck out. Go flat. Go flat. Come in with limits again. Now you got to run them really tight. So we're holding. We should be able to make an easy $5 grand tonight. That's what we're looking forward to.